Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So I've got a few new materials on the table here. Let's go over what each one is real quick. First of all, you got your Uninstrut. This is basically 1/8 inch metal bent in this way right here. It is 1 5/8 thick by 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. This is a common supporting system right here. You actually have a few different types, but this is what we're going to talk about for now. It's a common supporting system. This will get put up on a beam or on something anyway. And then you would have your tubing tray. Now this is 2x2 angle perforated. This is what we call a tubing tray. You have a few different types. This is one of the more common ones. That's it right there. And all its job is to protect the tubing. The tubing will ride in it, pretty much like so. You have what's called a clip right here. Let me see if I can grab one. You have multiple types of clips of varying sizes. This one is a 2-line 1/4 inch yoke clip. We call it a yoke clip because it has a hole in the middle. And all a clip is a little bent piece of metal that a bolt goes through and it holds tubing in some way. You've got gang clips, which we'll get into later. Right now, I've just got the tray clips themselves, the yoke clips. I think I have some single lines somewhere. We might get into that a little bit later too. But that's us on clips. Of course, you need hardware to basically bolt it down. That's where our 1/4 inch hardware comes in. Our 1/4 inch carriage bolt with a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut. And excuse me for all you guys that do know, I just want to make this clear. The lock washer itself, because we've had problems with this, the lock washer itself goes in between the flat and the nut. In most cases. Okay, this one, you see how it's done. It's not tightened down, but you've got the carriage bolt, the flat, the lock, the nut, all on top of the clip. It's holding our tubing down. You also have what's called spring nuts. And these actually are made specifically to go inside this Uninstrut. Get it in here real quick. And I'll show you. This one only has a lock washer on it right now, but anyway, that's what it does. So you got your bolt, you just tighten down 1/4 inch. See, I think I have another one over here. Yeah, I do. In this case, again, the lock washer is always going to go in between the flat and the head itself, the hex head, whatever it is. Sometimes it's a flat head or a Phillips head, whatever, but it's going to go right after the flat washer. In this case, it goes on the bolt side. In this case, it goes on the nut side down here. Just something to keep in mind. We have had problems with that, like I said. But there we are, everyone. That's a few more materials. Just wanted to go over real quick because we're about to get into that. All right, let me just go over how this would work real quick. You see, I put us 2 little 6-inch pieces of strut up on here. In most cases, between this and angle iron, this is going to be your supporting systems. Okay, I have them, get this, I have them 18 inches apart right now. Now understand this little tip real quick. Your supports, when you're installing tray, your supports, if you keep them on an even inch measurement, say be that 2, 4, 6, again, I've got 18. From outside to outside, it would be the same center to center or inside to inside. But if you keep them an even inch measurement, the square holes on your tubing tray will line up perfectly. And we're about to, I'm going to show you that. Okay, to install our tray up here, we're going to use a spring nut, which is just a rectangular piece of metal with threads in it and a spring connected on the bottom. And what it does, it just pops into the strut like so. Now we're of course going to do that again real quick. We're going to do that on this side now. Same thing. And these spring nuts do come in different thread patterns for different size bolts and all. But there we are. We've got our spring nuts set up. We'll take our tray. We have our bolt set up with a lock and a flat. We're going to run it, I'll tell you what, we're going to run it through this hole right here. Ran it through one of the square holes. I'm just going to tighten it down real quick. And because we have our struts exactly 18 inches apart, this one screws in without a problem. Now, it being 1/4 inch, we of course need a 7/16 ratchet. Wrench, ratchet, whatever. I prefer ratchets myself for obvious reasons, but we'll tighten down one of them. Like so. I don't want it too tight because this is coming back off, but we'll take our level. And I tell you guys what, we are there we are. Oh, it slid on me a little bit. Oh, that's still pretty level. That's our tray installed. It's that simple. Now, being that we have tray, we would come out of our whatever our point is, come down, hit the tray, and go. In this case, it's this. It'll usually be a lot farther away. Again, the whole point of tray is to protect the tubing. Again, this could also be mounted upside down, different ways. And we'll get into all of that. But anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you got something out of this video.